Hello, Sally. Good morning. Can you hear me
Good
well?
morning, teacher. Yes.
Yes. So, how's the weather in your place right now, Sally?
It's cool.
Oh, wow, that's great because right now here it's a very sunny day. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys celebrate Father's Day today?
Oh, today is Father's Day.
Yes, here in the Philippines. So, I'm not sure there in your country. So, when do you celebrate Father's Day?
Mm, I don't know, but today is not Father's Day.
But do you celebrate Father's Day?
No, usually no.
All right. What about Mother's Day?
Yes.
When do you celebrate it?
The Mother's Day is in May. Oh no, it's in March. Yes.
So it's different because what's that? Like Mother's Day, we celebrate it on the second Sunday in the month of May. But on Father's Day, we would celebrate it on the second Sunday of June, like
Oh,
that. So it's actually different from the time that we celebrate it. But for US and Philippines, we have the same day to celebrate Father's Day. It's just that because of the difference in time zone, then US time is tomorrow if we base it here in the Philippine time. But the date is the same. But anyway,
oh,
as I promised, yes, Sarah, Sally?
today is Father's Day. Yeah, but maybe it's not popular in Vietnam, so I don't know. But I just searched in the internet, and it's today.
Yes. I also searched it and I was like, oh, that's strange because it said that today is the time that Vietnamese celebrate Father's Day. Maybe it's not just it's not a big event in Vietnam. Same thing in Korea. Like they also celebrate Mother and Father's Day, but instead of celebrating it separately, they celebrate it as and it's entitled as Parents Day for both mother and
Yes.
father, but on the different month. I think that was in June 2. Not June 2. It was like in the month of June, but I'm not sure what day is it. Yeah. But whether you celebrate it or not, happy Father's Day to your dad. All right.
Yes.
So here, Sally, as I promised yesterday, we are going to start with this unit. It's 17. It is all about Gorilla Lends a Helping Hand. Okay, so as you can see here in the picture, there is a picture of a giant gorilla. So if you are to look at this picture, Sally, so what comes into your mind whenever that you hear or see a gorilla?
A gorilla is I heard that it like humans and it can do anything like humans.
That is right because I think what's that 99% 90 or 80% of the structure of the gorilla is the same thing as the human. Yeah, so I don't, how do I say is that I'm not sure with how many percentage, but more than 50%. That's what they said. But if you're
Yes.
gonna ask me if do you believe that you're the same as the gorilla? I wouldn't say yes. I would say hell no. Oh no. Yeah, because um I'm more beautiful than the gorilla. But in
Yes.
science, in science, like we came from chimpanzee. That's what they said. Yeah,
Yeah.
and chimpanzee uh is somehow really what's that? It's like when it comes to the DNA or whatsoever they call it. So we're similar to the family of monkeys. Okay, so according to this title, it says gorilla lends a helping hand. So what do you think it means, Sally?
Gorilla lends a helping hand. I think it means The gorilla help someone or something.
Yes, that's right. So it could be in a way that we don't expect and we couldn't believe that a gorilla could do. All right.
Yeah.
So do you believe that animals really understand when humans need help? Why or why not?
I think there's some species that will know when the humans is in need. For example, the dog. The dog is one
Mm.
of the smartest animals. But the other, maybe they don't know because they are animals and we are human beings. So there will be gaps between each species.
Yes, that's right. So that is a good example because dog is also known as the man's best friend. So I'm not sure if you've heard or watched the movie Hachiko. Hachiko. Yeah, Hachiko. It was like a Japanese um movie and it was based on real life. So it was kind of a documentary and they turned it into a movie. Yes. So it proved in that movie that indeed a dog is a man's best friend because the dog didn't know that the man already died. And that dog, even though that it winters, it's summer, it's season, the season changes every year, but the dog still wait in the same area where the man told him to wait for him, like that. So the dog's loyalty was tested on that time. It's just that, and also I do have a dog, and yes, it's true that some certain animal, especially the dog, can actually sense your emotion and most especially danger. Yes, if you're sad, your dog can sense that you're sad, and they will try to comfort you. Only if your dog is trained to be like that. Yeah, I'm not referring to a street dog like that, but the cat also can sense whether you love pet or not. If you have a pet, if you have a cat, or you can see a cat in the cafe or anywhere, and the cat loves to go around your toes or your legs, then that means the cat can sense that you like a pet. But if a cat doesn't like to be around you, then that means the cat can sense that you're not into cat. Yeah. Okay. So here, I will let you read about this story. It is from Chicago, Illinois, USA.
Binti Shore is a freak-looking gorilla who lives at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago. One day, she was sitting in the gorilla habitat eating bananas. A little boy and his mother were watching the gorillas. At all at once, the child climbed over the stone wall. Look out! Someone shouted. But it was too late. The child fell 24 feet onto the cement floor of the gorilla habitat and was knocked out cold. With her own baby on her back, Binte Shur picked up the young boy. The gorillas got my baby, cried the boy's mother. Onlookers were scared out of their wits. I feared the worst, said one paramedic. I thought she was going to treat him like a toy, but Binti Chua was cool as a cucumber. As she took care of the boy, she rocked him in her arms and kept the other gorillas away. Then she carried him to the gate where zoo officials were waiting. I can't believe how gentle she was. We are proud of her. She's the apple of our eye, said a zoo director. The little boy is safe and sound. The Binti sure is a hero.
Yes. All right. So that is a very inspirational and what's that? A very inspirational story. All right. And something that really amazed us because a gorilla helped a young boy who fell on the cement floor. All right. So anyway, Sally, is there any idioms in here that you're not familiar with?
Was knocked out cold. What does it mean?
Okay, that means that if the boy fell on the cement floor, it becomes unconscious.
Uh, mm, what about cool as a cucumber?
Yes. Okay, it's similar to being composed. Like you're very calm, especially on how you handle the situation that you should feel pressure. Say for example that um working in a bank, there are many clients in front of me. Then my manager is beside me telling me like, oh, you have to finish this one because there's some deadline. Then if I act as cool as a cucumber, that means I'm very calm. I'm composed no matter what the situation is. In a very stressful situation, I manage to be cool or to be calm like that.
The apple of our eye.
Okay. If I say, "Oh, you're the apple of my eye," so you're very attracted. You're very attractive to me. You are
Oh,
like my favorite person, like that.
so that's all.
All right. So yes, safe and sound. That's easy. What about this one, Sally? Scared out of their wit. Do you know that one?
Scared out of their wits is like very scared, very worried. The feeling of yes,
Yes, that's right. Like you're extremely scared. So great, Sally. Since you already know all of the idioms in here, so I'm going to ask you some questions that are related to each idiom. Okay, so you asked me about as cool as a cucumber. Okay, so how can how can staying as cool as a cucumber benefit you during a very stressful situation, Sally?
during a very stressful situation, we need to be calm or cool as a cucumber because it's one of the best way to solve the problems. If we not calm, we can't control our mind, we can't think, we can't have any ideas. So problem solving will be more difficult then.
That's right. Because if you are in a stressful situation and you're not as cool as the cucumber, you lose your focus. Instead of solving the problem, you add more problems. Yes.
Yeah.
And that is very true because um, sometimes when I just first started working at a bank, I wasn't um I wasn't as cool as the cucumber at first because whenever that there are many clients in front of me and especially that I handle big transactions like millions like that um millions of money and some clients are already rolling their eyes towards me because they don't want to wait any longer, so it's so hard to not act as cool as the cucumber. Yeah, so I was pressured and I ended up creating more problem. And the problem was to encounter an overage. Yes. So if you encounter an overage at the bank, then you have to make an incidental report and it would affect your grade in your performance rating like that. So that is why it's very good to uh to act cool even in a stressful situation. Okay. So we have here so here, Sally, I will let you choose only two idioms, then I will create a question out of it to ask you.
Okay. I think ground off
Proud of?
and yes, and
All right.
mm, we're scared. No, the apple of one's eye.
All right. Okay, so you chose proud of first. So here's my question. So what is something that you've done recently that made you feel very proud of yourself?
I think during the school year, I tried very hard to study, and at the end of the school year, um, I nearly got a prize of the like that prize is for the student with the highest overall point. Yes, but I just nearly got. I didn't got it. I didn't get it, but I still proud of myself because I tried hard and
Mhm.
I like never thinking that I would give up during the school year, although I
Yes.
didn't get the prize.
Yes, it's not actually about the price. It's about the experience and giving your all um during that situation. Yes. So yes, I am also proud of you for doing your best. And I am so amazed of how you think and how you've handled that situation. Yes, some students would just say, "Oh, I didn't get the prize. I'm so disappointed with myself," like that. But you managed to say that, "Oh, I'm still proud of myself. At least I tried my best." So next time, maybe it's not yet the perfect or the right time for me to get the prize. Yeah, who knows? Next time it's gonna be my time, like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for sharing that one, Sally. And we have the second one, the apple of one's eye. Okay, so if you can notice, even in your family, or let's say your friends' family, or even in your classroom, Sally. So why do you think that some people become the apple of someone's eye?
Being the apple of someone's eye, we need to be very good. Like we maybe they're impressed by us, and we do something good for them, or we are very good people. We are very good person. Yes.
Yes, that's right. It's because you have something in you that makes the other person feel comfortable with you or like you for who you are. And you are good,
Yes.
just like what you said. Okay, so in your family, Sally, who is the apple of your eye?
It's of course my mother because she does everything for me.
Very good. And what about in your mom? Who do you think is the apple of your eye? Is the apple of your mom's eye?
Mm, I don't know. Maybe my dad or me or my brother. I don't know.
Yes. But one thing for sure is everyone in the family because your mom's looking after each of you. Okay, so thank you for answering my question, Sally. So now let's take a look at all the pictures in here. So I will let you listen to the story and you retell it using the pictures that you can see from numbers 1 to 8. Here it is, Sally.
Exercise 2. Unit 17. Gorilla lends a helping hand. Page 79, Exercise 2. Listen. Cover the story and look only at these pictures. Listen to the story 2 or 3 times.
Chicago, Illinois, USA.
Picture 1.
Binti Jua is a fierce-looking gorilla who lives at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago. One day, she was sitting in the gorilla habitat eating bananas.
2.
A little boy and his mother were watching the gorillas.
3.
All at once, the child climbed over the stone wall. "Look out!" someone shouted.
4.
But it was too late. The child fell 24 feet onto the cement floor of the gorilla habitat and was knocked out cold.
5.
With her own baby on her back, Binti Jua picked up the young boy.
6.
"The gorilla's got my baby!" cried the boy's mother. Onlookers were scared out of their wits. "I feared the worst," said one paramedic. "I thought she was going to treat him like a toy."
7.
But Binti Jua was cool as a cucumber as she took care of the boy. She rocked him in her arms and kept the other gorillas away.
8.
Then she carried him to the gate where zoo officials were waiting. I can't believe how gentle she was. We're proud of her. She's the apple of our eye, said a zoo director. The little boy is safe and sound, and Binti Jua is a hero.
All right. So now it's your turn to retell the story out of the picture, Sally.
Vintage is a gorilla living in a zoo in Chicago. One day, the boy and his mom were watching the gorillas eating bananas in the zoo, and all of a sudden, the boy climbed over a stone wall, and someone shouted, "Look out!" But it was too late. The boy fell off the 24-feet stone wall. Everyone was scared out of the wits. The gorilla was the baby behind her back. The gorilla carried the carried the boy, and the boy's mother shouted, "The gorillas got my baby." The onlookers, they were very scared, but luckily the gorilla acted as cool as a cucumber and it took care of the boy. Then picture number 8, the gorilla took the baby to the zookeepers, and the zookeeper said, "We are very proud of her. We can't believe that." And the gorillas was very gentle, and she is the apple of our eye.
Yes, that's right. So thank you so much for retelling the story, Sally. And I appreciate it because even though that you were just given the task to just look at the picture and retell the story, you still managed to use some idioms from the text that you've read recently. So well done on that one, Sally. So do you know, by the way, I just want to clarify what I said earlier. So before I was like, it's like more than 50% of gorillas DNA are shared with human. So to be exact, I searched it in the internet while you were telling the story. It was like 98%.
Oh,
Yeah, so that is why scientists would say that human beings gorillas are our closest relatives in the animal kingdom, like that. So probably Bendijua is our aunt. Do you believe in that, Sally?
yes.
Yes, that's right. If it's according to science. All right. So in here, Sally, I will let you listen to the story again, and whenever that the cassette pauses, you fill in the idioms completely. Here it is, Sally.
Page 79, Exercise 4. Listen and complete. Close your book. Listen to the story again. When the cassette pauses, try to complete the idiom.
Chicago, Illinois, USA. Binti Jua is a fierce-looking gorilla who lives at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago. One day, she was sitting in the gorilla habitat eating bananas. A little boy and his mother were watching the gorillas. All at once the child climbed over the stone wall. "Look
Out.
out!" someone shouted. But it was too late. The child fell 24 feet onto the cement floor of the gorilla habitat and was knocked out
No.
whole.
Out.
With her own baby on her back, Binti Jua picked up the young boy. "The gorillas got my baby," cried the boy's mother. Onlookers were scared out of their
Wits.
wits. I feared the worst, said one paramedic. I thought she was going to treat him like a toy. But Binti Jua was cool as a
Cucumber.
cucumber as she took care of the boy. She rocked him in her arms and kept the other gorillas
From.
away. Then she carried him to the gate where zoo officials were waiting. I can't believe how gentle she was. We're
Brown.
proud of her. She's the apple of our
Eye.
eye, said a zoo director. The little boy is safe and
Sound.
sound, and Binti Jua is a hero.
All right. So thank you so much for completing the idioms together with the tape, Sally. So what can we learn from the story, Sally?
We can learn that the animals, they are very friendly and they're also very helpful. Some kinds of them, they can help us, and um like they're very clever and they can also be our friend.
Yes, that is right. We just have to be gentle with them too, because an animal will always attack you if they can sense that you're putting harm in their lives. Even with just
Yes.
a cat. If you're going to spank or throw something towards the cat that thing can be hard, then whenever that the cat sees you, the cat will try to attack you like that. Yeah, because that is how our neighbor's cat would greet us. Because my dad used to throw some piece of wood towards that cat so that it will not stay in our house, which is very mean. And I don't promote that kind of behavior towards the animal. And which animal do you like best, Sally, if you could choose?
I like the rabbit because it doesn't bring any harm to humans and it's a very cute and adorable kinds of
Oh,
animals.
oh yes. All right. So what about some wild animal? Is there any wild animal that you like?
No.
No, yeah. As what we can perceive, like if we hear about wild animal, they cause us harm. But
Yes.
a gorilla is considered a wild animal. However, in this story, a gorilla itself lend a helping hand to human being. All right. So
Yes.
yes, we just have to stay away from those wild animals and just to be safe, because it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay. So here, Sally, I'm going to ask you some questions about the story. So we are now in exercise 6. So first question, what happened to the boy when he fell into the gorilla's habitat?
When the boy fell into the gorilla habitat, everyone there they was scared out of their wits, and they thought that the gorilla will God will treat the boys like a toy. But luckily, the gorilla carried up the baby and took care of the baby.
Yes, that is right. Someone even shouted that, oh, I fear the worst. Yes, because
Yes.
as what I said, we perceived wild animals as someone that would cause danger in our life. It's like a threat
Yes.
to our life. Okay, so last question, Sally. We have the word here, habitat. What does it mean?
Habitat is a place for animals to live.
That is right. So it's not only for animals, even for other living things, such as flowers, plants. Okay. So thank you so much for answering my question, Sally. Since it's already time, we'll just call it a day. Thank you once again. Have a great day and happy Father's Day to your dad again. Goodbye, Sally.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye.